Hello Pisces, welcome. It's Meredith. I am here with your monthly message for October 2018. We are using Bonefire Tarot, Romance Angels Oracle, Angel Answers Oracle, and I just noticed that yours is the only reading that I did slightly out of order. My pattern for this month has been Bonefire, then Romance Angel Answer cards, Romance Angel Oracle, and then the Angel Answers. But for you, I did Bonefire, then Angel Answer. So I'm just noticing that I did this. That should be interesting because I wasn't thinking about that at all. Okay, I assume we'll find out why, Pisces. Let's start with your card that's on the bottom of the deck. This will be your theme of the month card. And you have the Hanged Man. Well, okay. Looking at things from a different perspective. This is going within for enlightenment as well. And it's a kind of a time-out card too, taking a break. So Pisces, you might need a bit of a break. Also, this card indicates a period of reflection. So some sort of inner self-reflection is going on for you. And there's a message too with the Hanged Man of incubation. So there's something that you're probably wanting to give birth to this month, Pisces. And you're just taking your time thinking about that, pondering it, meditating over it. I can't even keep your cards nice and straight. Oh well, that's okay. A little bit of chaos, right? So yeah, incubating on ideas and inspirations, seeking inner enlightenment, looking at things from another perspective. And also I feel intuitively that there's a message here of setting yourself free. Many of the Hanged Man cards in other tarot decks show the Hanged Man holding a key in his hand, and perhaps even a lock and a chain around his feet or hands, but the key is there in his hands. So this tells me, Pisces, that you have the all the resources you need as you do this inner reflection work and look at things from a different perspective. My guides and angels are saying that you are taking a look into your own past and reevaluating. Okay. Let's see how the Hanged Man relates to the rest of the reading for you. Your first card, Bonefire Tarot, is the Knight of Wands. Okay, the Knights, as you know, bring us messages, and they bring contracts and offers. So this Knight in particular, a lot of fire energy here, of course. I mean, that whole suit is fire, but this is a card of conscious illumination too. So this particular Knight brings conscious illumination, which is pretty interesting because you have the Hanged Man here seeking inner enlightenment. So conscious illumination goes hand in hand with that. And also that Hanged Man has the message of freedom. You know, the ability to set oneself free, and this Knight brings that too. So you're definitely working on something. I feel it's something of your past, Pisces. You're still seeking some sort of resolution, or you are very tenderly in a new way of being. My sense of it is that you had a period of time, and you know, doing these readings for many years, I know I'm new to YouTube, however, I've been doing these readings for 20 years, and I know that Pisces over the past few years has had a lot of inner work, most especially around their relationships with family, friends, and beloveds. So my sense here is over the long-term past, you have been reevaluating and making adjustments that serve your highest and greatest good. Dream fulfillment, you're all about it. You're some of the best dreamers in the zodiac. Anyway, It feels that you may be in just a new way of being. Like something feels very new to you in how you conduct yourself and how you decide to be of service and availability to everyone else in your world. And so this conscious illumination, this viewing things from a different perspective, feels kind of tender and new there, and you don't necessarily have as much self-mastery with it as you would presently like, but you're building on it. That's the feeling that I have. You have a lot of progress. Also, this night can indicate that some of you are deciding to move or travel or take a new job. So there is that on this card too. So we'll just keep that in mind. Most especially though, Pisces, there's so much passion, vigor, and ambition on this card that you are actively seeking an outlet for it. Let's see what your next card is. Look at this. You have the Hermit going with alongside the Hanged Man. This is a pause in the action before moving forward. So this is good. I feel this is encouraging. This is you taking your time, Pisces. You're not rushing forward because you do recognize that you are tender and new in a new way of being. So good on you for making that decision. You're taking the necessary time out to assess the situations before you, even though you're all fired up with vigor, passion, and ambition on this night. You're sort of harnessing that now and allowing it to fulfill you in the now moment before you take action. I love that. I'm Pisces as well, so this is a good message for me. I do have a little bit of a vested interest in it, and yeah, this is good. This is not being impetuous. And you know, Pisces, we're not well known for having good boundaries, and we're really well known for saying yes to things we might better have thought a little bit more about. And so I feel that this is something that is going on here in these cards. So excellent, excellent work. This is considering our options with the Hermit, and we are definitely integrating our energy within body, mind, and soul. We're taking a look, an assessment at past experiences. We are leveraging them on the now, and we're keeping our own counsel before we're taking action. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. We have, oh, look at this. I just said before taking action, and here's the take action in the angel answer cards. 3 of these cards fell out for your reading. So along with take action, we have perfect timing and in the near future. All really, really good cards, because this speaks to the harmony that I was just talking about. We're pausing before we take action. We are in alignment with our body, mind, soul experiences. So we're in a state of allowing, which means we're in harmony with divine timing, perfect timing. And in the near future, things are just working out for us. So this pays off. Doing this type of exercise, being this deliberate and intentional with our own selves, brings us more surprise and delight in the oncoming. Ooh, I like that. And then our romance angel card, Pisces, is flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Yes, this is an invitation to play. Have fun. Celebrate life. The simple joys of life, laughing with your family and friends, playing with your beloved, if you're in a beloved relationship. If you're not, this is you buying yourself flowers. Or, you know, whatever it is, taking yourself out for a nice drive into the countryside. But enjoying what life has to offer. The simple is the most profound. In Pisces, you definitely have your finger on that pulse and always have. So play, flirt, have fun. Let's take a look at your second week. Ooh, okay, first Bonfire Tarot card. This one's a cringer, folks. 3 of Swords. Yeah, I know, none of us like to see it. However, I would like to call your attention to the fact that you are reevaluating your life experience. And as I said just a little earlier on, over the past few years, Pisces, you've worked really hard, most especially in beloved relationship, also within your family relationships too. There's been a lot of spiritual soul growth there. And this Three of Swords, for some of you, I say with compassion, I understand that this is something that's coming apart. This is sorrow, loss, betrayal, and most especially in beloved relationships. So some of you are definitely feeling that. You've got a keen awareness of it, and you are now in the healing aspect of it. The bulk of us, though, the feeling for me is over this past 2-3 years. I'll say 3 years because you've got 3 swords here. The assessment that we're doing with the Hanged Man and the Hermit, we're bringing our vigor, ambition, and passion to getting to the heart of the matter and what serves our highest and greatest good. We've cried enough tears, and we're ready to move forward. So this is us assessing and taking the very best of challenging situations and bringing them forward with us so that we self-nurture, self-care, self-heal, and we don't repeat the experience again and again and again. We're not interested in being emotionally wounded anymore. We're way more interested in freedom and liberation of our spirit, our soul, and how we celebrate that in all of our relationships. So I do feel that for most of us, this Three of Swords is collectively what's gone on over the past several years and our healing from it and our decision to move forward with the very best of it. And, well, look at this. Gosh, you just can't make this stuff up. Your second card is the Chariot. What did I say about moving on? We're absolutely moving on. And those who are freshly in the Three of Swords situation, my feeling is that you're going to move on really well. Your healing process is going to go smoothly because all along you've been doing your own spiritual inner self work and reflection. So while this may be painful in the now, you're actually embracing it and caring for yourself. So that's excellent. And your desire to move on in freedom, in happiness, in joy, and fully expressing your soul self, that is greater than any pain you're feeling right now. I do not feel that you're going to stuff or cram your emotions and try to ignore them. You're going to deal with it, and you're going to move forward with grace, ease, peace, and fulfillment. And for those of us who are not experiencing this now, but instead are reassessing, this is one of those moments where we get to high-five ourselves and say, look how far I've come. Look at where I was just, 6 months, a year ago, and, or 3 years ago, because we have that 3 there. So pat yourselves on the back. This is a job well done. And, okay, Angel Answers, first card, success. Yes, you have successfully navigated these very challenging waters, and you have landed on your feet, and you're excited about that. And one of the greatest lessons that came out of this was this card, clear communication. This is us expressing ourselves well, honestly, with integrity. This is us recognizing that our voice isn't so much a whisper. It's a very direct, easily heard and understood tone, laced with lots of joy, because that's just who Pisces is. So yes, communicate clearly. And I do feel a lot of us have embarked on new relationships and rekindled relationships within our friendships, within our families, and most especially in beloved. We are in a whole new way and state of being. We're much better at allowing, and we are so much better at speaking from our heart space, speaking our truth. Well done. Okay, next card. These are the Romance Angel cards. We get Retreat. This brings me back to the first week on the Knight of Wands, where there's a potential for travel and or moving house. I do feel movement here. I do feel for some of you this is a trip away. It says it's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah, and for those of you who are freshly in the Three of Swords, it might be a good idea to unplug, disconnect for a few days, and just solely focus on what your needs, wants, and desires are, and not have the interruption of your cell phones, text messages, emails, so on and so forth. Also, some of you will probably need a break from checking social media. If you are freshly out of relationship, there could be a tendency, a desire for you to take a peek, look at those watery, tearful eyes, take a peek at what your former person, former friend, former partner is up to on social media. I also hear if you're doing that, don't believe everything you see, because they could be putting on a brave face, trying to make it look like nothing happened, and there you are crying in your cups, thinking, what the heck? So consider unplugging, not taking a look at that, and going right to self-care. Take a retreat, you know, go away for a weekend, for a few days, whatever it is for you. And for those of us long out of this situation and newly into other relationships or rekindling relationships, this is a good time to spend togetherness, share togetherness with the people you know, love, trust, and your beloveds. Because, next card, you got passion for it. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And for those of you freshly here, this is a card that invites you to get back to planting your seeds of desire. You know, it could be a little bit hard as you process the healing from this. However, you're being asked to rise above the challenge and make sure that you're creating great I am statements. You know, I am loving, I am lovable, I am, you know, excited. I am full of excitement and anticipation for the next new adventure in my life. Lots of good, fresh I am statements. So do that for yourself. It'll be very healing for you, and put some passion behind it so that you can be, you know, beautifully in the flow of manifestation. Okay, let's take a look at the third week, Pisces. Yeah, here we are, 5 of Cups, sitting out in the cold. This is how we could be feeling if this is fresh, this 3 of Swords. And this is also, for those long out of that situation, a reminder of exactly how far you've come. This card is an invitation for us to get into our heart space. If you'll notice on this card, we've got a fire in the fireplace, a very warm and welcoming sanctuary there, and this person's just sitting outside in the snow on an icy step. They do have a fire in their heart, though. See that? So, all is not lost. They just need to look away from the thing that is challenging them, the thing that is hurting them right now, and, you know, get into the heart space. Do this passionate I am work. Get into the self-care and recovery from whatever happened on this 3 of Swords. I do feel like I'm leaning heavy on that 3 of Swords right now. However, it is such a cringe card, and so many people speak of this in the private readings. So, and a lot of you who do come for private readings are Pisces. So I'm going to continue to lean on it here because it's a thing. This also tells me, this 5 of Coins tells me that you're closer than you think. And yeah, you're closer than you think to the fulfillment you're seeking. You've got a fire inside. You got passion. You've got what you need to see yourself through this. And for those of you who are well on the other side of it, this is a reminder of how far you've come. It's a little bit of contrast. This means that you may run into someone who is connected to your 3 of Swords. And it may surprise you just how well you've done. And yeah, that feels inspirational. It feels very inspirational. You'll be glad for it. This might sting a little bit when the moment comes. Say you run into that person that you were in relationship with and you see how well they're doing, or that they're not doing so well, and you know, you have the moment to reflect and say, wow, look what I came back from. I'm inspired. I'm keeping my passion alive for what's in front of me right now. Okay? And what's beautiful about this too is the next card, which is the 8 of Wands. This is dynamic movement. It's swift. It's quick. And it does tell me, this backs up what I said, that for those of you fresh in the 3 of Swords right now, you're navigation through this experience, it feels smoother, more graceful. There's a lot more peace and ease on it here than anticipated, so that's excellent. And I'm going to put down the next card because 3 cards came out on this one. It's also another 8, so we've got double 8s, which the 8s are super stable. They're double 4s, so it's like we have 16 4s with these 2 8s. So that's amazing. There's super stability here, which is why I sense the navigation through whatever these challenges are will be swift, easy, graceful, and in the now there will be more swift navigation of our reflection, our reevaluation of that 5 of Pentacles. So the next card is the 8 of Swords. This is a mental trap. And here again, we have freedom and liberation in our own hands like we have on the Hanged Man. This card is a reminder yet again of where we've come from, and those who are recently in this 3 of Swords situation. This is a reminder of where, this is a reminder to you to not go here. Okay, but here's the thing about the 8 of Swords is that the Circle of Swords is not closed. Her hands may be behind her back, but the rope is loose and she could easily free herself and then remove the blindfold. This is a card about saving yourself. There is no white knight swooping in. No one's going to fix it for you on this card, and it is the single-minded determination, power, and passion you have within yourself, that fire in your heart on this 5, that sets you free from this 8 and moves you forward dynamically. Okay, next card, Angel Answers. There's something better, and that's why the 3 of Swords happened. There is something better, and you know, you are the something that's better. You are the love you seek, and this card says it. Next card, you got 2, Compromise. I feel this is more a compromise within the self. The recognition of how you end up in the 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords situation. And the compromise is knowing that you could easily descend into the 8 of Swords and lament the whole process. But the compromise is saying, no, I want to feel better than that because I do have passion. I do want to play and have fun. I want to communicate clearly. I want to set myself free. So you may need to do that sort of self-talk. Next card, Very Soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Yes, having passion for your I am statements will create this. This would be you in active co-creation with the unified field of all that is, making your manifestations tangible and real. So that is a great homework assignment, Pisces. And then your last romance angel card on this week is Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And that could be how the 3 of Swords came to be in this situation. And it can be an addiction to a behavior. Maybe your partner spent way too much time on their phone, on Facebook, on Instagram, always looking down at the phone, never looking into your eyes. That could be you too. And it could be something that you've worked on healing, being present and attentive. But there's a variety of ways that addictions can affect our relationships with our family, our friends, our beloveds. And only you will know what that is. But my feeling is, if it's you, you've been taking steps to remedy that. And if it's not you, if it's the other person, that's why the 3 of Swords is here, because you've moved away from it. Because there is something way better and you're it. Just as the cards are saying. Let's take a look at your 4th week. First card, the Star. Oh, how beautiful. How beautiful. This is more manifestation energy too, Pisces. I love this card, and it always speaks to me about being in the flow, the universal flow, which is excellent. It feels like the divine gifting us. So the more present we are with ourselves, the more in the now moment we are, the easier it is to reflect, reassess, and readjust so that we are definitely pointing ourselves toward what we desire. And then Here's yet another major arcana card, the Fool. This is heading in a whole new direction. It feels inspired by that Knight of Wands in your first week. It feels inspired by the Hanged Man and the Hermit as well, and the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of movement forward. So there's a lot going on this month, Pisces. It'll be interesting how this all shakes out. I actually feel that it's in family relationships, friend relationships, and beloved. I believe it's in all three, so you're going to have a lot to navigate. But you're excited about this, and because you've done so much inner journey work, you're embracing this. So the potential for travel, the potential for moving house, with the Knight, with the Chariot, with the Eight of Wands, and the decision to set yourself free culminates in the Fool, and you're ready to embark on a new journey. That's my feeling. And then you have another major arcana card, your card, the Moon. So there's a lot you don't see and you don't care. You have your intuition. You got that going on all day long. It's just who you are, Pisces. And the Moon is like sanctuary for you. So you're okay not knowing certain things. It feels like a bit of a mystery, but it feels more like an adventure, and you're ready for it. And then coming along in your angel answer cards, big happy changes. This fourth week is pivotal for you because of everything that went on before it. And you are committed passionately to these big happy changes. And then, just to back it all up, you have listen to your intuition. Very easy for you to do, Pisces. You're all about it. So if you're going on retreat, if you're taking a little holiday, if you're moving house, whatever it is, listen to your intuition in the whole process. This is why the Fool is here. You're unconcerned with consequences because you've got amazing intuition and you do listen to it very well and you will follow it through. So whatever it is that's in the unseen on the Moon, it does not concern you right now. Next card. This is perfect too because I feel that this is what you've done. It's let go of control issues on the Romance Angel cards. Yeah. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. You're done monkeying around with it. You don't have anything else to contribute or add to it. There's nothing more for you to do to participate within it except to love yourself and move forward dynamically, which you are doing. And then, last card, last but not least, you've got free yourself. Hello, Eight of Swords. Hello, Three of Swords. Here it is again. Hanged Man and Hermit. You're setting yourself free. There's liberation here. It's time to take back control of your life. So that's interesting because we have let go of control issues, but take control of your life. This is reminding you to stay focused on yourself. At the end of it all, you only have you, no matter what. And if you're running around trying to control things because you don't want to feel what's on this 3, you're only delaying that process. So deal with it in the now. Become the Hanged Man. Take a new look. Take a new perspective. Be the Hermit. Shine the light of wisdom into the situation. That's how you maintain a sense of self and allowing and being present in the now rather than drifting into the past of what was or allowing worry for the future to destroy what is. You're not doing that stuff anymore. Excellent work, Pisces. High five to you for sure. That's your October reading. Thank you so much for watching. I do remind you, please watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs as well so that you get a full picture of what's going on in the month. It'll only add to this message and give you more information to work with. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and my love, joy, blessings, and peace to each and every one of you. Thank you again so much.